And we are live. Welcome for this weekly live stream on the latest and greatest news in Ethereum and DeFi. For those who don't know me, I'm Julian, your host, and on Eat the Blocks, I teach blockchain development. Hi everybody in the chat. We have Batman, we have a future star, Lisa Q, GSJ, Salvatore, Ciao Pizzabello. Hi everybody. So if you are new on my channel and you're just getting started in the blockchain industry and you want to become a professional blockchain developer, make sure to take my free training so you can receive some very useful tips to make it into the industry. And next, I'm going to give the result of the winner of the hackathon. So last week, the voting time for the second hackathon ended, and so the project for the second hackathon was to build a staking app for the ETB token. And so we had the three contestants, so Carlo, Kenzo, and Marcin. And Kenzo won most of the votes, so congratulations to Kenzo. And for Marcin and Carlo, thanks for your participation. Just a little detail here, because there was a bug in the voting app when we started the vote 1 week ago. So actually, there are some people, not what the vote that you see here are just a small part of all the votes. So that means Carlo and Marcin didn't actually get so little vote. They actually got a little bit more than this. So don't panic, Carlo and Marcin, you actually got more votes. But in any case, it's pretty clear that Kenzo won. And and so for the first time, for the next vote, there won't be any bug with this app, but that was the first time we used it, so I'm sorry about this. But in any case, congratulations to Kenzo, and so very soon I'm going to deploy the staking app for the ETB token, and so finally the ETB token is going to get some usefulness. Alright, so we're gonna continue with the price of Ethereum. So that wasn't a good week. We weren't able to go past 4,000. And so that was largely due to these negative comments of, I think that was the JP Morgan that said that they thought the crypto market was too high. And so we saw this big decrease in the crypto market. But today, actually, there was this nice upward correction. So hopefully that was just a short-term mini bear market. Next, in terms of gas price, we actually hit a high last week, 200 Gwei here. Next, there is this study that was published by Standard Chartered. So this is a big bank, and so their research value Ether between $26,000 to $35,000. And they also think that the market cap of Ether will overtake Bitcoin at some point. And they say, I quote, given these factors, we think Ether is a better buy than Bitcoin over the long term. Next, we have some news for the hash rate of Ether. So you know that a couple of months ago, China banned all crypto mining on its territory. So there was a big drop in the hash rate for all crypto, including for Ether. And the hash rate for Ether already went back, basically rebounded and catch up with the hash rate it had at its peak. So that's good news. And next, we have some news for the number of Ether that were mined. So there were 830 million Ether, the number of Ether that was burned. So we had 830 million Ether burned 1 month after EIP 1559. So this is to be compared to a total of 110 million roughly. So that's about a little bit less than 1% of the total Ether supply. Next, some news from Rocketpool, which is building a staking protocol for Ethereum 2.0. So this will allow you to basically get your liquidity back before Ethereum 2.0 is launched. And that's huge, because if you want to stake yourself once you send your Ether to the staking contract on Ethereum for Ethereum 2.0, you have to wait until Ethereum 2.0 is rolled out before you can withdraw your money. But with the staking protocol of Rocketpool, you can withdraw your money before. And so finally they announced their mainnet launch date, so it's going to be October 6th. Then there is this tool, L2 fees, that show you how what are the different transfer costs on the different L2 scaling solution. So you can see the transfer costs for Ether, but also for token, and you can also for swapping token. So for example, on Polygon Hermes, which is the zero knowledge solution of the Polygon network, this is the cheapest at 10 cents, Loopring 26 cents, Arbitrum One 1.40, and on Ethereum $11, so much more expensive. So it's a very good tool to compare the different transaction cost. All right, so next we're gonna continue with the market cap of DeFi. So 1 week ago we almost reached $100 billion, but with the decrease in the crypto market, we went down a bit, unfortunately. When it comes to the market cap of Binance Smart Chain, it's pretty sluggish. Oops, it's loading. Yeah, it's pretty sluggish. Nothing amazing here. Then we're gonna see the top and the worst token of the week. So the best DeFi token was the token of IDEX. So IDEX was one of the first decentralized exchange on Ethereum, and so their token went up 300%. And so there are different reasons for that. The main reason is because they launch their V3, and so this is a special exchange with what they call a hybrid liquidity feature. So basically it combines the advantage of Uniswap with the advantage of centralized exchange. So in particular, even though this is decentralized, they have a high performance trading engine, which isn't the case of Uniswap. Yeah, so interesting thing, because IDEX, we didn't really talk much about it in the world of DeFi. You know, it was considered an old technology, and so now they are back in the game. Then we have the token of TrustSwap plus 40%. So TrustSwap published an interesting stat this week. They are now the first Launchpad leader. So Launchpad, this is the kind of project that allow you to easily launch your token. So there are a couple of them, and TrustSwap is one of them, and is the biggest Launchpad. Then the token of the Olympus DAO rose by 40%, and they publish an interesting stat. They say that in 1 month they added $10 million in DAI to their treasury. Then we have the token of Serum plus 30%, and so it exploded because of Solana that is increasing very rapidly. Then we have the token of Rocketpool plus 30%, and so as I said before, they announced that they announced the date for their mainnet launch. And when it comes to the worst loser of the week, Dodo Finance here, DDX token, Reserve Right token, QuickSwap, the biggest DEX on Polygon, and X Sushi. Alright, so next we're gonna move on to news of specific DeFi project, and we're gonna start with BondBridge, which is an advanced DeFi protocol, and so they are launching a new feature called Smart Alpha. And so basically with Smart Alpha, users can take very customized exposure to assets. So they call this either a senior or a junior position on a couple of 20 token. And so it's basically it will give you this kind of position will give you, instead of having a straight line, your exposure is going to be a bit more sophisticated. So for some position you're going to have more upside, but also you're going to have more downside, and conversely you'll have other kind of exposure with less upside but also less downside, so depending on your risk tolerance. So it really looks like what we call structured product. It's actually what I used to do when I was working in finance before. So these are some pretty advanced financial products. It is really not for everybody, but we see more and more super advanced finance stuff in DeFi. Then Lido, so this is a staking protocol, is deploying the protocol to Solana. This is their third blockchain. Then we have some news of Balancer. So Balancer is going to integrate a Wall Street Bet pool that are called ETP, sorry. So it's basically it allows you to trade some pool that represent a combination of stocks, but in DeFi. Then we have this statistic for Solana. So the value in Solana DeFi double for the first week of September. So this is clearly the moment of Solana. So there was about $8 billion that were invested in Solana during the first week. And among other things, there is this upcoming decentralized exchange called Soldex that's got the backing from a billionaire called Evan Lutra. I didn't know him. Then we have another news on Solana. So DeFi Land raised $4 million to launch a DeFi game on Solana. So it's going to be an agriculture simulation game, and that is going to gamify all aspects of decentralized finance. Okay, so it seems like it's going to be some sort of Decentraland, but on Solana, basically. Then we have some news from Algorand, which is launching a fund of $300 million to support their DeFi project. So if you are a builder, you might want to consider Algorand. Then we have some news from ZeroX. So ZeroX, which is one of the first decentralized exchange on Ethereum. At the very beginning, they made a lot of noise, and actually, unfortunately for them, they kind of lost their they kind of lost it to Uniswap very quickly, but they are still in the game. They're still working hard, and so they deployed the API on Avalanche. Then on the side of fundraising, we have some news from Eden, which is a new project to do priority. This is a priority transaction network for Ethereum, and they raised 17 million. So the idea is basically to provide protection against MEV, minor extractable value, and arbitrary transaction reordering. So it's going to be a solution that's going to be useful, especially for traders who don't want to be a front run, or people who want to do arbitrage, or people who want to do liquidation. Then we for the hack of the week. So we have a hack for a project called a DAO Maker that was exploited for $4 million. And they basically miss a protection in one of their functions. It should have been admin protected, but it wasn't. Then we have another hack, this time on Avalanche. So it's the first big exploit on Avalanche. There were about $3.2 million stolen for the Zabu finance protocol. Then we are going to continue with NFT. And so we had a big NFT hack this week. So there was $100,000 worth of Ethereum that was destroyed by a bug on OpenSea. Then we have some news for Solana NFTs. So the comedian Steve Harvey is just changed his profile picture by using a Solana Solana Monkey Business NFT. And so yeah, the scene of NFT on Solana has picked up a lot during the past week. Then we have some news from the Sandbox. So this is an upcoming metaverse game that has bought for $2.9 million of Bored Ape. So this is one of the top NFT collection. In total, they bought for $13 million of NFTs. So why they are buying all these NFTs? That's because the two reasons is because first, in their metaverse, exactly like for Decentraland and for Crypto Voxel, you'll be able to expose to exhibit your NFT, and also you they plan to let the holder of their game, the holder of their governance token, the SAN token. These holders will be able to vote for the future acquisition that they do in the game. Next, we have some news from Alpha Finance. So Alpha Finance, this is an API for mainly for trader, so on traditional stock market. But now they also start to create some API for traders for crypto. And so they are launching a so-called buy wall for NFTs. So this is going to be a smart contract that allow any user to bid for any NFT of a particular collection, which will provide a price floor for this NFT collection. All right. Then we have some news from Marvel and DC that forbidden the comic book artists from selling superhero NFTs. So yeah, it's pretty weird because everybody is really moving in the direction of NFT, but apparently Marvel is not such a big fan. Next. So we're gonna continue with the news for enterprise blockchain and regulation. So Mark Cuban gave some advice to Coinbase to go on the offensive against the SEC. Okay, so the context here is that the Coinbase has received some threat from the SEC that is threatening a lawsuit related to their product LAN that allow you to make money by staking your USDC. You can make 4% on Coinbase. And so after this threat, the stock of Coinbase fell by 11%. And Coinbase said on Twitter that they were very surprised because apparently they've been engaging with the SEC for months. And so Mark Cuban recommend to Coinbase to go for the lawsuit because he thinks that they will win it. And the SEC, that basically the take of Mark Cuban is that the SEC doesn't want to regulate themselves, so they want to leave it to the lawyers. But Mark Cuban think that they have no case. All right, so then some news from the NBA. So Steph Curry, so it is a big star in the NBA, is joining the crypto exchange FTX as a global ambassador. And next, we have some news from a PSG, the soccer team of Paris, which actually I'm a fan of PSG. You know, when I used to live in Paris, I would go to see all game, like the game in Paris and also the away game, every game. And so the PSG is not only a soccer club in France, but it's also almost like a sort of fashion icon right now. Like all the players are super present on Instagram, etc. So of course it makes for a good case for NFTs. And so they signed an agreement with Crypto.com to issue NFT of PSG on their platform. All right, so next news from other blockchains. So for Bitcoin, so here we have a report of where the Bitcoin miners went after they left China, because China banned all crypto mining a couple of months ago. And so two of the big beneficiary of this are one, the US, because in the US energy is relatively cheap. You also have a lot of source of renewable energy. And another beneficiary is Kazakhstan. Next, we have some news from a Microstrategy, which bought 5,000 more Bitcoin. So total, they have $3.60 billion. So MicroStrategy, this is this investment fund. This is this company that invested its treasury in Bitcoin. They were the first one to do it, and so they became very famous for that. So every time you have an announcement that MicroStrategy buys more Bitcoin, it's always very positive for the market, because a lot of other big companies, they are listening to the signal of MicroStrategy and follow them. Then we have some news from Cardano. So Cardano finally launched their smart contract feature after they successfully did their hard fork. That was the Alonso fork. And so now you can write smart contract for Cardano using Plotter's script. So this is a custom smart contract language that is derived from Haskell. Then news for developers. So there is this new tool from Consensus, which is a Solidity shell, so you can install it with npm, and basically allow you to test features in Solidity in an interactive way. Alright, so now we're gonna do the Q&A. But very briefly, as a reminder, if you are new here and you want to become a professional blockchain developer, make sure to register for my free training. It's going to be to give you basically a series of advice if you want to become a professional blockchain developer. All right, so let me see what we have in the chat. So we have Pran, Asha, THX, Asha, Praja, Tributar, Easy Kai, hello, CC67, hey Julian, Jim Bob, hey Julian, hi ETB crew. We have a Sushmit, hey Cardano can now mint NFTs and also run DApp. Can you say something on it, please? Yeah, I just said. Yeah, probably maybe do some simple tutorial on my channel on Cardano very soon. GSJ, thought on Avalanche and its ecosystem. Do you think it's too centralized to become a validator? Will be difficult. Avalanche, I just know they use the technology of Ethereum, but I don't know more about it. Batman, smash a like button, everyone. Yes, please. Looping Solas, is Cardano saying they can mint NFT, or they are actually dropping minting on NFT? Huge difference here. Yes, I don't know. Altcoin Cash, a friend of mine are minting an NFT project on Cardano as we speak. Cool. Gabor, can you say a few words on the current status of flash on arbitrage on Binance Market? Is it still profitable if automated scam contract appear, etc.? There is nothing new to say about flash on arbitrage or on Binance Market. It's a no more or less profitable than before. Mohamed, hi, ciao Pizzabella. Julian, should we worry about stablecoin regulation? That's the worst case scenario for stablecoin holders. Yeah, that's not very good, but you know, I don't think regulators will be stupid enough to do something that will crash the price of stablecoin. If this is regulated, probably that stablecoin owner will have a chance to redeem their stablecoin. But because really, if you crash stablecoin, you're gonna crash the whole DeFi ecosystem, because stablecoin as used are collateral everywhere. So it's gonna have this crazy domino effect. Okay, well, let me see 1 second. I'm lost in the stream of comment. Street Credit, how soon will it take for Cardano smart contract to ramp up? Oh, it's gonna be a few months at least. Crypto Bigs, hey man, thanks for the live stream. How are you? You're looking tired. Take care of your health, man. Yes, because it's late here. That's why I look tired. Thor, how it's going from Canada? Markwana, hi. Markwana, which coin is going to be launched on Binance? I don't know this. Jay, CryptoBix, See ya, Tanda. Flash loan course are almost ready. I hope soon. What is the videos? What is this? Yeah, Tanda. I don't understand. Jay Makwena, what are some great projects on blockchain to show skill on CV? Okay, you can check a search on my channel. I have a video for this. All right, guys. Well, I guess this is it for today. We have no more questions. So thanks everybody for coming here today, and I will see you later this week on Eat the Blocks. Bye. Have a great week, everybody. Bye bye.